Whenever my wife introduces me as a husband to, someone new or a Thai person, and they are obviously ask, okay, where is he from? So my wife always, if she has time, she plays this game where, okay, where do you think he's from? And the answers generally are, oh, from America or New Zealand or Australia, Europe or Germany. They normally start with the European country, German and London and Australia, and then they say America. But they'll never say India, never. And I'm not saying this, to say that, oh, I'm superior than Indians, no, nothing like that. I'm an Indian passport holder, lived in Dubai my whole life, but my roots are Indian. I sound like an Indian. My value systems proudly are very much Indian. So value systems in the sense, respect your elders, touching the feet of your parents, and which I don't do to my parents, but I value that a lot. And the good side, the good aspects. I eat with my hands. I'm not ashamed about it. I used to, when I used to travel abroad, talking of in my 20s, I used to think, if you're sophisticated, you eat with fork and knife and not like Indians. But today, obviously you can't squish and you have to eat properly. Okay. But there is one characteristic that really stands out when my wife says that. The response is always, Indian. He's, obviously because of my tattoos and my appearance, it's not a very normal Indian thing to do. But then they always want to ask more questions, but they can't probe because meeting on the streets outside. But my wife is also a member of the Facebook group of Thai women. There are a lot of Facebook groups, especially Asians and Thai people. They have a lot of groups. So one among them is married to an Indian. She is part of this group. Thai women who are married to Indians. So Thai women who are married to foreigners, Thai women who are married, and there's Thai women who are married to Indians. And when my wife shares some of the discussions, I find it very funny. And they're generally stuff like, oh, husband, he smells so funny. And they all comment, oh, he smells this way, he smells. And some of them have very poor hygiene. Very, very poor. Like even when having sex, some of them don't have bath and they stink, and the wives have to literally tell them. And then the underarm, poor hygiene, hair all over, and obviously they don't show their husband's photograph or have their real image. They do it from fake accounts. That is why one thing about Thai women, they will have like 20, 30 accounts. I just don't understand why they do that. And when you translate their name to in English, it will have some strange, like a good air or a peaceful leaf, some strange translation. My wife, okay, she puts Annie and Nitnipa Akun, her family name, but she has some 8-9 accounts, I don't know for what, but I let it be. Okay, so they create multiple accounts, so they obviously don't show their face in those accounts, but they say, oh, my husband is smelling and this and that. And so then my wife commented very proudly, oh, my husband, from a real account, my husband doesn't smell. They're like, oh, is your husband Indian? So she said, yeah, he's Indian, but he never smells. They said, how can it be possible, So he said, yeah, he's from Dubai. Ah, he's from Dubai. Okay, maybe that's why he does not smell. He's saying, but if he was from India, he said, no, my husband, he is He has gone to India, and but he is very clean. He always takes care of himself. He will, he will buy cream and shampoo and powder and perfume, and he's saying, yeah, but they actually ask this question, does he have bath? Oh, he has bath 2-3 times a day. So now, I'm not trying to say that, oh, I'm the only Indian who does it. There are plenty of Indians, especially if you take the Pareto principle, 80-20, the 20% that they are class apart, they are educated, they have traveled the world. And today's day and age, a lot of Indians practice personal hygiene, and they are very, advanced. But the majority, the middle class, lower middle class, which forms a huge number. Remember, India's population is 1 billion. So if you're talking of 80%, it's huge, man. And India's climate, and obviously when you're going to work and you're traveling, let's say 2 hours or 3 hours in the heat of the sun and the humidity and your sweat, and obviously you can't keep having a shower and putting perfume, and you're traveling by BST bus or trains, or it's crowded and everyone's rubbing against everyone, and it's terrible. You can't help it. If I was there, maybe it would be the same. But for me, in my case, right from a young age in the sense, once I crossed my 20s and I wanted to attract women, I always try to figure out ways how I can be more tempting for women. And those days there was no internet, there was no books to read, and I never knew there were books. So what could I do? I could only ask people, And when I'd go to barber shops, I would see them using a perfume, or you see them, putting a facial, which was not very common those days. But I would go to some barber shops and see, oh, he's putting some cream on the face, oh, he's putting some special ointment. And I would ask mostly Pakistani barbers, because they would do it for Emirati customers. So I'd figure out, where is this cream from? Where is this shampoo from? And why is he putting cream on the hair and cream on the beard? And so that's how I updated my collection. But in terms of body wash and basic hygiene, it was always going to big supermarkets and picking up these strange new bottles, and you'd wonder, okay, what is a bubble bath? What is a what is a body wash? What is a soap? What is for the face? What is Neutrogena? What is a bar soap for the face only? So I'd keep trying all these things, and eventually, as the internet opened up and you could chat with people, I literally used to ask, even sometimes I would ask females who are elder and who had a good-looking boyfriend, I would ask them. They would find it very strange and amusing, but they would respect the fact that I would ask them. Like, for example, today, if you notice, I've clean shaved, okay? I'll just give you an idea. How do I shave, for example? See, after waking up, I had a stubble. I decided, okay, I'll get rid of it. So first I went outside after, brushing teeth, everything. I put powder, and I have multiple trimmers, So first I made sure it was trimmed down, and then I used a Braun 9 series, which is the most expensive, and went against the grain. And this took around 20 minutes or so. Then after that, after doing the face and head, then, I checked, it was pretty smooth, okay. Then I used a Chic Quattro blade. So before doing that, what I did is went to the washroom and used a thick body wash. I softened the bristles or the remaining bits. And then after that, I used Neutrogena soap for the face. Then I used a facial wash. I've not yet started clean shaving, and I shave against the grain. and I use the Chic Quattro 5-blade. So, and the whole process took, I think, around 30 minutes nearly, just to wash, shave, and every time I would use the blade, I'd go slow, and I can even go fast because that blade is that good. So I did everything and then kept using soap, lather after lather after lather. I kept scrubbing my face. Before, when I was in my 20s, I used to use exfoliating, face scrubber, and I would use, to remove any kind of blackheads, and I'd have various, gizmos or whatever you call the creams. Expensive ones. Then I would use a face cleanser, then face foam, and then the ladies used to use some it's kind of alcohol based light, but you use it to remove the makeup. So I used to use that. I used to use Clearasil patches to clean off my face, and I used to really take care of myself. Today it's I just use the fundamental basics when having a shower. Like, for example, I'm making this video, even though I had a bath, completely shaved and everything. After I finish all this, I'll once again have a bath. Maybe not for 30 minutes, but once again use the best body wash. Oh, sheesh, a snake. I think this one is dead. I think so. I don't want to. It's a harmless green snake. I think I'll move it. But I need a stick for this. Where I get a stick? To find a stick, or the snake will be squished. I'll try this. Since there is no big large stick. But this is soft here. Okay, let's try. Let's give it a try. I hope it doesn't move or jump or do any of the crazy stuff. Dead? Yes, it's pretty much dead. Oy. Okay. It's pretty much dead. You can see now the white side is up. Yeah. Anyway, part of my experiences of being here. So yeah, body wash and then soap and then facial, this Neutrogena, this thing. I keep putting, and as I'm shaving, I keep feeling my face, and even though I finished already trimming and using the Braun, electric shaver, I still use the Gillette Quattro, and I keep doing little by little. I keep feeling it, and and I have that body scrubber. Okay, I scrub it nicely so dead cells are all gone, and I keep doing it over and over and over again, and until I feel it's really smooth. And then even after all that, after finishing, and remember, I use whole lot of foam on my face. I like the cream tubes that you get in India where you scrub. My face is literally like shining by the time I finish. So then after that, after the shave bit is over, the body scrubber, I actually use it and keep scrubbing, little water, again scrub. So I do this for the whole body, man. Scrub. It's like I'm literally taking care of a very expensive vehicle. Like I trim off the hair from the body, I shave off the private regions, and there also I have to use same, the body wash, body milk, and soap, and this and that, and it need not be super expensive. That's the point I'm trying to say. You just have to take care of your body. And after scrubbing, sometimes even my feet, your toes and in between your toes, and if I find that inconvenient, I even pay money. I go. There are these Thai massage parlors where they, pedicure, take care of your feet, and manicure, take care of your fingers and hands. I do that once in a while. I ask them to massage with hot oil or creams or whatever they have. And lately I started developing dry skin for my feet. I tried various creams from Pond's to everything else, but the one that worked best was Vaseline petroleum jelly. I asked my wife to give it a nice rub and scrub. And then obviously there are other ointments, and you can even try coconut oil, heat it, and that is Ayurvedic massage they sometimes give you with herbs. So you have to take care of your body. When I was in Dubai as a triathlete, 3 times a week, not a joke, 3 times a week, I would pay an Ayurvedic massage center. I negotiated a good deal where 3 times a week they would completely massage my whole body with hot oil. And there is that, I don't know, South Indian care, like they have some herbs in one white cloth and they put heat. And so just always take care of myself, yeah. And it has that solid coconutish South Indian smell. But that was okay, because after that I would have a hot water bath and scrub. But that smell would still remain, but it was more of medicinal. Then obviously, take care of my body and dry myself. Skin was slightly oily. But on a normal day-to-day, for me over here in Samui, in Thailand, it's same like India, but not super humid. I put powder, because your skin tends to sweat, and obviously I use Deo roll-on, I use deodorants, So I take care of, even my underarm, my private regions. Private regions though, Gillette and, not only trim but also clean shave. And sometimes those days when I was a playboy, used to use, creams and, really take care of those areas. Because obviously you and your partner should both smell nice and both be clean. So, and sometimes we used to do it for each other just to make it, that is if we were that intimate. So I've really taken, in fact, how many men have, made sure that their butt is, no hair, or it's completely waxed from their bum hole to everything else. I mean, not many do that. I have done all that. Waxed and this and that, and even thought of doing laser. So the point I'm trying to make here is you have to take care of your body. And, my wife says it very proudly. My husband, even if he goes outside in the sun, he will still not stink. Yeah, because I put powder and all that. But if I were to remain maybe 6 hours, 8 hours, of course, the body does produce enzymes that react, bacteria and all that. But I always have a bath 2-3 times. My wife sometimes, she gets lazy. So I have to literally tell her, make sure you and baby, because they're young, but then again. But I'll tell you, Filipinas, and Thai women, very hygienic, very particular about their hygiene. I'm not saying Indian women are not, but in my experience, Asian women, even Filipinas, even though they are not rich, they will really take care of themselves. The only drawback here is the food that they cook is very fish oriented. So if you go to their house where they're staying, sharing accommodation, you'll always smell of fish, always. But I guess they try to negate that by taking care of themselves. See, there are products out there. There are educational videos. There is educational material where today you can even go to a pharmacist and ask them off the counter what you recommend, what do you suggest. You go to chat groups, you go anywhere, you will get the information. So there's no excuse not to maintain personal hygiene. So the most important thing that I want to tell you is people will judge you. Okay, I'll make a separate video on how they judge your face. Okay, but for me, obviously my face is with tattoos and all that. But if you didn't have that, remember, when I was born, I didn't have that. Until the 30s, I didn't start having tattoos. So before that, I used to really take care of my face, really. Even it was ordinary, a normal this thing, but I would take care of it. I would practice having a Frenchie, a beard, clean shaven, stylist, go to a hairstylist, and every week try something new, color the hair or try a new this thing, style or fashion, I would pay money for it. Why? Because I wanted my first impression to really stand out. I've used all the perfumes. I've told you, before I used to spend, even if my salary was hardly $1,000 starting, I would spend at least $200, $300, $400 perfumes and this and that. It went to a part where I used to literally spend $2,000 a month just on perfumes and experimenting with stuff to, make me smell good and look good. I experimented and dabbled with seeing, is it supplements that will help? And, they claim there are these snake oil salesmen who say, you wear this perfume and the female will get horny for you. And I tried all that. But overall, after all these years, today at the age of 47, nearly going to my 50s, a good brand is always nice. But if you don't have the money for an expensive brand, there are always reasonable brands. There are always reasonable, special offers are there. Buy something good, a good soap, a good bar of soap. It can be Pears, it can be Lifebuoy, it can be just a normal, ordinary, nice soap, Lux or whatever. And if you take care of your body, use hot water to remove all the dirt. And I always have bath in cold water. So that has been a principle. But if I were to go for a medical or this thing, let's say for a holiday, I definitely like to stay immersed in hot water for a long period of time. So that gives the body a different feel. And then immediately ice bath. But in general, I have bath in cold water. Me and my family, we all have bath in cold water, ice cold, like natural. I used to have ice water baths, but we're taking care of the body and skin, ointments or, body wash, scrub it nicely, remove all the dead skin, like you're taking your vehicle for cleaning. And keep scrubbing, keep taking care, make sure that, dead skin is all gone, and clean your underarms, clean your private region, shave off or trim off all unwanted hair, put an ointment, put a cream. If you're allergic to certain creams, try something else. But make sure you smell amazing, man. Make sure you're clean. Make sure you're fresh, And and we all sweat. See, remember, we all sweat. In the heat of Dubai, I used to not just wear a formal shirt. I used to wear, put the powder and after shaving, deo roll on and, the ones where sweat doesn't come out and, the dry kind of this thing. And plus I would carry perfumes. If you want, I'll make a checklist of grooming for men. If you're interested, put your comments down and share that as the next topic. But I'll have to write down my notes for that, so you can take it as a checklist. And then on top of that, I would wear this, call it a banyan or white vest or whatever, which was like till my arms, so the sweat or the smell would be contained. On top of that, I would wear this formal shirt. So the smell was always contained. And yes, always took care. Sometimes I had to have bath 2 times, 3 times, change. Undergarments, always use it for a few months, get rid of it, buy new ones. So, yeah, okay. So that is why my wife, till this date, she says I always smell nice, even during sex, after sex. You have to take care of your body. And which is why in the Facebook groups, she was telling my husband, even though he's Indian, smells very nice. And they were very shocked. They're like, what does he do? And what does he use? I'll buy for my husband, Dad, tell me. And she asked me permission. I said, go ahead and share. But obviously they were shocked when they saw my appearance. They're like, he doesn't look and act like Indian. And then the conversation doesn't just go to grooming. It goes to, what does he do? Does he smoke? Does he drink? Is he part of the mafia? Why is he looking like this? And, all this stuff. So overall, what I want to tell you as a closing thought is, being an Indian, there are certain taboos or, certain bad stigmas associated with being an Indian. The most infamous one is the smell and is the personal hygiene and, the stink and all that. So take care of yourself. See, your face should always shine. Your face should always be clean. There should be no pimples, no blackheads, no oily stuff. And Even if you have a beard, don't have it as if it's a carpet or just like, grass is grown. And go to a nice barber, man. It hardly costs you a few, not even dollars. Don't go to an expensive, go to a regular one, a cheap one. Make sure you look nice. Your face should be presentable. Hair, don't have. I'm not saying go for a haircut every month, but ask him to, cut and put a line. Even if you choose to have hair and you're bald, ask him. Just make sure it looks proper. It looks professional. How long does it take? I always dreamt of having this kind of like you see in mafia movies and billionaires. They have a guy who does the shaving for them and grooming and all that. I used to always dream, oh, one day I'll have like that. But because I never achieved that, I used to go to a private barber, whether it's on a date or whether it's going to an office or a meeting. Even sometime during office, I would take a few minutes, set myself, look the part, smell the part. But only thing, be careful if you're wearing a shirt and tie, you're going for a shave. If you get cuts, then blood is always, that doesn't look nice. So be careful there. So that's why I always plan out. And which is where maybe investing in an electric shaver, trimmer, good one, is always helpful. So, and remember, where personal grooming is concerned, the blades, I use a Chic Quattro or the Mac, before I used to use the Mac 3 blade, but then after I got Chic Quattro 4 blade and the Chic 5 blade, now I use the 5 blade one. I think even the Gillette has the 5 blade one, very good ones, expensive. And you'll not believe, I use them for sometimes even 1 month, 2 months. And remember, I'm doing not only face, I'm doing head and all that. So and I buy them during a special offer. So I have enough stored for, I think, 2 years, enough and more blades. I got it at 60, 70% off. What a whole nice bulk. So yeah, take care of your face, take care of your body. Remember, your impression is formed in seconds. So don't be cheap about that. Maybe, yeah, but there's also there your mannerisms, your thought pattern, your personality matters even more once the looks. That is why I have had clients who, their looks are amazing. They look like a Greek god. There was this particular client. Looked amazing, South Indian guy, but he didn't look South Indian at all. He looked more like a Lebanese, American, like white skin. But the minute he would open his mouth and talk, it's not the accent. He was a classic Indian. Sad to say, he was very much a simp. So even with all the amazing talent, that habit would never go. And that, as I predicted for him, that would be the reason for his downfall, because eventually, okay, you can't change this. You can't change this unless you're being grilled 24/7. So the appearance, he was great. But then that mentality and that behavior, again, Indianish. So give it small steps, one step at a time. First, you start with your external appearance, which you can control, especially personal grooming, personal hygiene. Work on it, master it, develop a routine. And just remember, like every day you sweat, every day you're dirty, every day you have to clean yourself. So do a deep cleaning maybe once a week, very deep, maybe once in 3 days, or once a week at least. And then normal days, have bath twice or thrice if required. And if you don't have access to having multiple time shower, you can at least have morning and evening, right? And take your toiletries with you in your bag, just like women take their lipstick and all that. It's called a man bag. If you want, I'll make a separate video on that. Have all your essentials from toothpaste, toothbrush, comb, perfume, deodorant, spare shirt, spare banyan, spare, whatever. I used to keep spare shoes, spare socks, spare trouser in my car. You never know when you'll need it. Just like some people keep spare condoms. And don't keep condoms because you can get them. And the last thing is, from your bag, if a condom drops out, they'll be like, what? So yeah. And research and study and figure out and experiment on yourself which perfume smells like what. Because remember, every perfume, when it interacts with your skin, it has a different fragrance. For men, it is different. For women, the heat is slow and gradual. For men, it is fast. For men, it's very into the same nostrils. For females, it's very soothing. So decide, do you want an aggressive smell? Do you want a, like a Davidoff beach smell? Or the strong smell is like Paco Rabanne, musky, and then you can go for big brands like Givenchy, and I've tried them. I'm not a very big fan of them. Purchase like mad, but go and buy originals. There are a lot of fakes out there. And then yes, same with body wash, same with stuff that you use, from your toothpaste to everything else. And remember, take care of your body like you take care of an expensive car. Maintain it. Take care of it. From exercise to, that is also some different topic, but since I'm speaking on grooming and cleanliness. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free. Type them down below. Don't ask me stupid questions just to troll. It's not that I'm dumb. But yeah, in my groups, they do discuss this from time to time. Some who have courage. And unless it's really something really stupid, like how do I wash my balls? I think everything else, we are, my groups, there's a youth group, we guide them, tell them the do's and don'ts and whatever. So yeah, this is what it is. I don't know if this video helped you, but I thought I'd share it with you. Let me know your thoughts, comments, and yeah, feel free to joke a little bit. Guys, take care. This is me signing off. Ciao.